What's up, dogs? How art thou? She calls me dog. What up, Hutch? What up, Skrilla? I was hoping you could tell me, dude. What up, Kev? Smoke, Prospecto?
Double kill, triple kill.
A short, sweet one today.
Spectacular.
Short and sweet. But that's kind of how I'm programming these workouts when I'm in a calorie deficit, like a more significant one than I have been. So this 3 rounds is definitely going to be a sprint. And I think that we can do just about all of it unbroken. The dips, I'm not 100% sure about, but I'll try. That's for sure. Gonna make sure we're nice and warmed up here. My lower back is like a little tight. So we'll make sure that we warm up the hips, activate the glutes, and then obviously anytime that we do dips or anything pulling or pressing over the head, then shoulders get a nice warm up too. What up, Dojo? What up, Papanopoulos? It's a mirror you're looking in, Kev. It's a mirror you're looking in. Hope you guys are having a dope start to your week. Any advice for gaining weight, building muscle while keeping the relatively healthy? Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing if you're asking that question, you're somebody who is naturally skinny and it's hard for you to put on weight. It's just going to be about consistency of calories for you. Just consistency of calories. It really is that simple, but at the same time, it's that hard. Because if you eat more calories than you should. Is it working now? Is it working now? If you eat more calories than you should. Way better? Okay. If you eat more calories than you should consistently for like 3-4 days, but then you miss 1 day as a hard gainer, you're going to go backwards 3-4 days. So you literally cannot miss a single day. Your consistency of calories needs to be there, which I guarantee is the problem. So are you, Kev? I've gotten that question. I worked in like the health and fitness industry for 5-6 years, and I've gotten that question probably 1,000 times, and the answer is the same every single time. It's people who have a hard time putting on weight and aren't consistent with their calories. What up, Alex? So as soon as your consistency skyrockets, so will your weight. You also have to be knowledgeable enough to know what is a calorie surplus too. I got it from my mama, Ken. I always used to tease my mom when I was younger. Because my mom has like thicker legs, and my dad does not. My dad has like skinny legs. And all of us, well, I guess not all of us, the girls got more of like my dad's genetics, and the boys got mom. Because me and my little brother, I had the exact same build. Quem, whenever he's in here, the exact same. His legs are actually probably stronger than mine. But we would always tease my mom and say thanks for the genetics. Yep, just gotta be consistent, Gorilla. Be consistent. I'll get after it, Cal. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do it today. You don't have to have the greatest workouts every single day either, you know? Let's go Celtics. I'm eating my words so hard on the Celtics, dude. I'm eating my words so hard. Let's go, Kev. Get after it, dude. Very hot up here in Jersey. Garage workout key, yeah. It is pretty hot here in Florida too. It is. Today, not so much. Only 81. What up, Vortex? Hey, let's go, dog. Only 81 today. Feels good, man. It's been like 90s. It's gonna get up to about 90 today. I just caught it early in the day. No ASMR lawnmower. I waited. She calls me, dog. Tuesday is lawn care day. I just waited till they were done because they get here like pretty early. Did you dedicate specific training to my forearms? No, Brady. When I was bodybuilding, yes, but it didn't do anything. Forearm training, in my opinion, we get asked this question quite a bit. Like forearm and calf training. What up, Bone? It's simply about letting them be as strong as they need to be while you progress in other lifts and don't use wrist wraps. It's that simple, man. What up, Ranger? So if you're doing like a set of 40 on croc rows is what they would call them, where you pick like a medium weight and do it like a set of like 30 plus, your grip is going to fail. Let it. If you're doing pull-ups and your grip is what fails, let it. If you're doing barbell rows and your grip is what fails, let it. You know, just your grip will get stronger so much faster than your back will. Because it doesn't have to like row the entire weight. All it has to do is hold on. So many people that have weak wrists or weak forearms are constantly using wrist wraps every single time. So just put them at the bottom of your gym bag, bust them out, maybe at like the very end of your back days after your forearms are already torched, but just let your forearms be torched. Don't afraid to fail because it's your grip, not your back. It's okay. Dude, 95 in Cali with 35% humidity. That probably feels really good though. No, my little brother, Beluga. Little bro. Let's see. We're gonna do some like pigeon and stuff to get my lower back and hips fully loosened up for this. So this is gonna be a sprint, so I need to make sure that nothing is tight when we just hit the ground running during these workouts, or during this workout. Then we're gonna go on a ruck after. Been doing that for a couple years, notice? Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the same thing with the hard gainer as far as the putting on weight. It's the same thing. It's a very simple fix, but it does require kind of like swallowing your pride a little bit. Luka. Hey man, I mean, he's still a top 4 player in the NBA at slightly overweight, you know. He's doing his thing, whatever. I know that we want him to look like LeBron James, but I just don't think that that's him. No, dude, I'm telling, like, forearm genetics, there's only like, I don't have crazy forearm genetics, dude. I don't have good calf genetics, honestly. It's just lots of years of putting in work. If you want to talk about forearm genetics, look at Ramon Dino, Phil Heath. That's forearm genetics. Where they just have muscles in their forearms you've never even seen before. There is, besides like, well, LeBron James is like a freak of nature, right? Like he's about 40 years old and still probably the best in shape player in the entire NBA, or one of them. But like look at Joker. Joker comes into the season out of shape, and by the time he gets to the end of the season, he's like in shape, ready to go for the playoffs. There's something about that, especially when their games aren't predicated on athleticism. He doesn't even leave the floor. You know, he doesn't jump for rebounds. He literally just tips it. I think that's kind of the same thing with Luka. Luka does not like. He doesn't need to be athletic to play his game. So if he just just needs to take some time off, give his body like a little bit of a break to then kind of be ready to go for the playoffs physically and mentally, fine. I think he's that type of player that he can do that. So the last workout, we did like the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 all the way down with pull-ups, what was it? Hang cleans, dips, and shoulder to overhead. I slightly like a slight strain of my right lat. That was 3 days ago. It's like 90% recovered right now, I would say. So I'm still gonna kind of stay away from that. I'm not gonna do any pull-ups or anything like that. But we are gonna get after, we're gonna hit mid to lower back, core, quads, and then triceps, chest, but no pull. There will be a press, but my lats aren't super involved in this, so it'll be fine. Do I enjoy workout streams over COD streams? I enjoy them both, Greg. I will say that these workout streams have made COD streams much more enjoyable for me. When I was just streaming COD, like those streams were where I had to put in 100% of my effort, and then that was the only part of me that you guys got to see. But the game, the way that it is, like, it just upsets me more than anything if I care about it too much, because you know it's COD. It's not that good of a game if you take it too seriously. But it's a very, very good casual game. So now, like, when you guys get to see this part of me, which is where all of my passion has been for the past year and a half, it like takes off a ton of, I guess, like pressure on myself and expectation during the COD streams, so I can enjoy them a lot more. Like if you guys want to see where's the Warzone 1 passion iron, he's right here. You can still see that. So then when I go play video games later, it can be more of like the escape that video games always used to be, but then stopped becoming when Warzone 2 came out. So I enjoy them both. What up, Daniel? Okay, so to go over the workout, very, very simple. So while I'm on this pretty, well, for me it's an intense calorie deficit, or I mean like 2,200 calories a day. The workouts are going to be kind of designed like this, where it's just, they're going to be sprints, where I'm still trying to get, like, I'm still trying to hit failure. I'm still trying to push myself to a certain place in my mind, but I don't have the energy consistently. I may be able to do like 1 or 2 longer workouts a week, but I won't be able to do 5 or 6. So we're gonna design them kind of like this, where it's like a 10 to 15 minute workout. Everything that I have, trigger muscle growth, go on rocks, and then continue to eat super, super clean, prioritize protein and sleep. And yeah, it's about time that I've gotten lean to the point that will help my joints during calisthenics and running, and feel a lot more comfortable in Florida. Do I drink my morning shake with a cold brew? Yeah. Yeah, I never drink hot coffee in the morning. I don't know. It's just, for me, the coffee is so much about like, just drink it and get it over with, not like sipping on it and enjoying it. I'm trying to go as soon as I wake up, jump out of bed, mix it right away, chug it, move around, get blood moving, go outside, ground, and come back in, you know, clothes, pre-workout, bathroom, recording for Instagram, like everything's got to be quick. So that's why I don't enjoy hot coffee, is I don't have like time or like the want to sit there and sip it and do other stuff. Okay, so 18 dumbbell deadlifts, which I would imagine I can easily bust out 3 sets of 18, no problem. And I'm gonna try to, so this is a straight up sprint. I'm gonna try to go from the 18 immediately into the 9 front squats, and then right into 18 unbroken. Dips. The dips are the only thing I think I might need to break up. Maybe. Then I'm gonna write down my time for round 1, immediately into the 18, 9, 18, write down round 2, and then we're good. What's my sleep schedule? I mean, I try to get 7.5, 8 hours. Honestly, whenever I have Emma, that I get less. she wakes up so early in the morning. I don't know why. But she's like at the crack of dawn, looks at me and she goes, go, go. It's like, okay, let's go, princess. Yay! And she's like super excited to get started on the day. And so, and I always fall asleep after her, obviously. Okay, we'll get it started in a couple minutes here. Oh, wait, I haven't even warmed up shoulders. Oh, I'm 5'10", yeah, thank you. Haven't even warmed up shoulders, which is extremely important. 5'10", we'll say like 215 right now. Last time I skipped on a scale I was 220, but my body composition has significantly changed. Eating like slightly under maintenance, or right around, I guess, and training really, really hard, but prioritizing recovery. I didn't lose a pound for like a month and a half, but like I said, my body comp changed a ton. So we'll guess I'm at around 215. It was also at night that I weighed myself, so you always usually weigh a little bit more at night. Beautiful. You're on a 90% mayonnaise diet. Congrats to you, dude. Mr. Feelings, do yoga. Do yoga. Hey, dudes. We are about ready. Let me absorb some sun real quick. Are we ready? You guys are doing this with me, good luck. How long I think it's gonna take? 6 minutes is the goal. I think I can knock this out in 6 minutes. We'll see. That'll be going pretty fast. Save questions for after. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And that's all that's needed. A little 5-minute workout. We hit failure on dips. And we had to fight. Your quads are a little bit more fried on this than I thought. With dumbbell deadlifts especially, you're almost doing like a suitcase squat. So the whole time you're basically just doing squats and then front squats. But I felt good, dude. I said this is the kind of workout that I'm looking for in these calorie deficient workout or time periods.
I tell you what, let's have one more.
Where you're still getting after it, pushing to failure, fighting for reps, triggering muscle growth, but not overtraining to the point where you can't recover, you know? When I'm in a calorie surplus, like a significant one, I could probably do 9 rounds. But we did what we accomplished, set out to accomplish. Feels good. I said 6 minutes. We did it in 5:03. I only exist from the belly button upwards. Now after this, I'm gonna go on a 3-mile ruck and do 20 minutes of yoga in the sun, and that will finish off my training session. The burn is like just hitting me now. Like a super delayed one. It was just like too quick for me to even feel any sort of burn. I was like hitting failure on dips, but there was no burn yet. All the burn just hit me. Of course, Kat, get after it, dude. If I tried arm wrestling. Arm wrestling is so much technique, dude. So much technique in arm wrestling. It's actually nuts. I've watched a fair amount of YouTube videos on arm wrestling of like some 160-pound dudes beating like professional bodybuilders. Muscle, how big it is, doesn't matter. That felt good though. So I gave it everything that I had. It was a sprint. We kept on fighting. Always. Okay. Let me meet you guys inside. I'll answer some more questions. Catch up on subs, resubs, and YouTube chat. And then we'll go on our rock. See you guys on the other side. Is this not off yet? Nope, it's not. Boom. There. Now we're back. Now we're back. Let's catch up real quick. We got... She calls me dog. Dropping the 5 bomb. You're a savage, dude. Grateful for you always. She calls me dog. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Much, much more. You're a dope human. What up, Red? She calls me dog. Is a savage, man. Woody, thank you for the 23, almost 2 years. Heck yeah. Danimal, thank you for the 39. Much love, dude. And Black, thank you for the half a year. Much love to you all. Thank you for hanging out, dogs. Let's go. YouTube. Should clip mic to shirt. It'll break so fast, almost. Pump those lungs. We did it, Swayze. What up, Marky? Audio was low. I think I fixed it. Nice, Pat. Pumping with iron. It's a good idea, Don. It's a good idea. Much love, garbage. Have I always had good legs? Yeah, like my legs were always thicker when I was younger. Like I had a hard time fitting into jeans even when I was young. I had to get like husky builds, as what my mom called it. I think that's actually might have been the size that they sold was like size husky, like 26 husky or whatever. And then when I started bodybuilding, my legs always grew fast. So I'm definitely not like limited by genetics, but I've put in well over a decade of work into them. You know, it's not like I just wake up out of bed 15 years later and my legs grew. Like I've had to put in a lot of work, but as far as genetics go, they're not a limiting factor. I'll say that. That's probably the best way to put it. Genetics are not a limiting factor. Your legs are really behind. There's really only, I'm not a hard gainer in my legs synchronously. Thanks, Chiller. But I've done a lot of like research and talking to people who have had a hard time building their legs. And there's one thing that works well for everybody, and that's squatting heavy. You don't have to 1 rep max, but you should be doing like 5x5s on squats or 3x5s, 5x3s, somewhere in that 3 to 5 rep range, and consistently pushing your strength. You should not be focused on building size in your legs, but strength throughout. That is what will build legs that are hard gainers. You may never be able to build massive, thick legs. That's okay. You're going to have other strengths that people won't have that do, you know? Maybe you're a really, really good runner. Maybe you can jump high, you know, stuff like that. So do your best with a slip disc. You can rehab that slip disc. Do a whole bunch of, you can do like good mornings and Jefferson curls. Like you can go from a slipped disc to turning your back into your strongest body part 100%. So if you focus on just that for the next half a year, where 3 days a week you're literally focusing on the stability and strength of your back, and then a couple days a week doing other body parts, in 6 months you'll probably be able to go back to legs and your strength will just skyrocket. No, I would do that output. I've just never trained in it. I would do that. It's not for me. Like I'm not worried about retaining the most muscle. That's not my priority at this point. Also, like I know myself and how my body reacts to things pretty well. And it is very difficult for me to lose weight. Like I said, I have a very slow metabolism, but my body likes to hold on to all the muscle that I've built. So I'm not really too worried about burning calories, doing, any sort of cardio and losing muscle. Because it's just not the way that my body really works compared to other people that just burn through calories and their body quickly dips into muscle tissue. So I just feel like just everybody's body's different, you got to utilize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. And that's just one of my body's strengths, is it does not like to utilize muscle for fuel too often. I feel like you're losing your gains. Well, what do you mean your gains? Are you doing like measurements around body parts? Are you comparing it against your 1 rep max strength? What do you mean losing gains? Because if you just if you're not recovering fast enough in between each training session, and then you just don't feel as good during the next one, you might need to up your calories, or take an extra rest day or do some more active recovery on your off days. So there could be a lot of reasons for it. Maybe not necessarily you losing gains. I don't really think that that happens as much as people do. That was when I was younger. In bodybuilding, I thought that that was something that happened all the time, like you're constantly losing muscle tissue. That's not true. You're not losing muscle tissue days after you are not training it. You're not losing muscle tissue a week after you stop training it. As long as you're eating your protein, getting your sleep, active, moving, you're fine, dude. You're not gonna lose that much muscle strength or tissue from working your body physically. That's just not how it works. Felt the heavy bit cardio after lifts is affecting it. Yeah, just focus on one of those other things that I just mentioned. On your off days, doing more active recovery, making sure that your protein is high enough, your calories are high enough, and your sleep is good enough. But and just don't be too hard on it too. Like, what's your goal? What's your goal? So for me, if I lost 10 pounds of muscle, but I got significantly better in all of my cardiovascular, I would take that trade-off. To weigh like 190, okay, you know, and make everything easier. And then you can always build the that muscle later on too. Like that muscle, if you've had it, it doesn't really go anywhere, man. Not if you're a man in your physical prime. I know the older you get, the more your testosterone dips and whatnot, but nowadays, just get on TRT. You could lose very minimal muscle from your mid-20s all the way through your 50s. Very minimal with today's current knowledge on hormone replacement therapy, diet, recovery. Like we men can be in our prime for 30 years. We age like wine. Remember that. Yo, Mike, appreciate you, homie. Much love, man. Happy Father's Day to you as well, belated. You're a stud. Kids are beautiful. Blessed man. Thoughts on sauna? I mean, I would love a sauna, dude. I live in Florida, so it just kind of like feels like a sauna, like 12 hours a day, but I know it's not actually. But I would love to one day do contrast therapy consistently where you go ice bath, sauna. I would definitely do that. Let's go, Samuel. Oh, working out whilst you work out. Dawn's is getting after it, dude. Love it. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm on dad duty the rest of the day, and right now I'm going to go do a 3-mile ruck. And then I'm going to do some yoga. Then I'm on dad duty. Then tomorrow morning, I'll see you guys for another workout stream, and then we'll get a long gaming stream in tomorrow night as well. So let's see who we're riding real quick. Let's raid Sleep. You know he's not playing, or you know he's not doing fitness streams, but that's okay. We'll raid Fitness Peeps other days. We have every single time anyway. So we'll just raid Sleep real quick. Boom. Here we go. I'll rock with you. But anyways, you guys are dope, man. I appreciate you for hanging out during the workout streams. I'm going to do another one tomorrow morning. As I'm on dad duty the rest of the day. We got a few more things to get after it. We got to eat clean the rest of the day. And chase around a 2 and a 6-year-old, which should be fun. Anyways, go ahead to sleep. See you guys tomorrow morning. If not tomorrow morning, tomorrow night. Much love to you all. Train hard, eat clean. Peace, homies.